Hi, folks. Welcome to the retirement question. If it's your first time here, welcome. Glad you decided to stop by. If you've been here before, welcome back. Hope you're having a wonderful day here. The day's almost over. I just wanted to get out on this amazing weekend and just talk about this concept of the retirement question. It seems like a lot of times people are so focused on the what. The what meaning, do they have enough money? When will they be able to retire? Will they be able to retire? Today I want to talk about the why. Why retire? Why early retire? And that's something I'm thinking about myself, is the why. And not so much the what. What is, the money? Have you saved enough? Do you need more? Will you have to continue to work or go back to work? I want to talk about the why. Why early retire? Why think about leaving your job? Some people, they never leave your job. They just keep working, slaving away for, I guess, a future where they have more money. But that comes at a cost. As they say, you can always work more. You can always go back to work. But the time, that's something you can't buy. You may be able to improve your health, but you're not going to buy any more time. That's a limited commodity. Money, that's something you can always earn more. Maybe not as much more, maybe more than what you were earning, but I'm talking about the why. Why retire? For myself, the why is because I want to do things when I want, where I want, for as long as I want to do it. I don't want to be, at the beck and call of work and whether they'll give me the time off if I requested it, or if I request, a leave of absence. I don't want that to be about the job or someone else. Early retirement and retirement in general for me is really taking back my time. It's not about the what of the money. Do I have enough money? I can always go back to work. I may not do the same thing, but there's always something I can do. I can always potentially make more money. But the time, it's a limited asset. We have what we have. Some of us have more than others. So for me, it's about doing what I want, when I want, where I want, and for as long as I want. The money, I feel like I've done a good job, filling my different silos for the different periods of retirement. The first period, some call the go-go years, where you're probably the most active, depending on when you retire. Then you've got the slow-go years, where you've probably been in retirement for a while, or you retired late, so you have less time for those slow-go years. And then, I guess the last and final period is the slow-go years, or actually the no-go years. And that's when, well, you're just you're just probably a little older than you want to be. And now you're just probably taking trips and doing things a lot closer to home. Just pan around so you can have a view of what I see on this beautiful evening. The sun is starting to set. So here I am out walking. Figured I can, get two birds with one stick. Get a little exercise, a little cardio workout walking, and talk about the retirement question. And like I said, for me, it's not about the what. It's about the why. Why do I want to early retire? Or for some of you, maybe you want to keep working. Maybe you're not quite ready yet. And that's understandable. Maybe you feel like you don't have enough of the what, the money. Your finances aren't in order. And that's perfectly understandable. For myself, it took a long time, but I feel like I'm there, And now it's about the why I want to retire or early retire. It's because I want more time for myself. Time, it slips by so quickly. It's here today and gone tomorrow. And with the type of work I do, I see people at their best, and a lot of times I see them at their worst. Sorry, I dropped my other microphone, so I thought I better stop and get it. If not, I'll forget. So like I said, I see people at their best and at their worst. And the worst can come along really quick.